Well, new day. We got to deal with the other side of this truck. This one's not bad. Still got a rough look to it, so I'm happy with that. Got to now send this one out and get this side sandblasted. These few bits. The first thing I got to do, I'm having hard starts when it's cold. Like it's sitting in a warm shop, but I'll have a hard time getting her started the first time of the day. So there's a couple things that it could possibly be. A buddy was saying it might be the O-rings up on top by the filter here. He says they're kind of notorious, they'll suck some air. And then I've read around that there's the fuel heater at the bottom, could be doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fuel heater off because I don't have it. It's not hooked up, there's nothing there. So I'm basically going to delete it. The process isn't very hard. Basically, I'll try to get you in there to show you when I do it, but there's actually, it goes from, how does it go? The fuel pump goes to the preheater then comes up to the big filter, yada yada. I think I got that right. So basically I unscrew the pre-filter, so it's a little micron filter in there, and then there's going to be the actual fuel heater. So you take a 15/16 or an 8 mil, I don't know what it is, and you unscrew that, and then you can just screw the filter on, get rid of that. So what happens, there's just a couple contact points where there's a possibility of sucking in some air. So I think that's what I'm having a problem with. So anyways, I'm going to drop that and see tomorrow if it works. It's going to suck the first time starting, but after that maybe she'll be golden. I don't know, we'll find out. Oh yeah, this is that heater that I took out. I cut a wrong wire. Anyways, this little doodad is the one that goes in there, and then inside you can kind of see where you would use your Allen wrench to unscrew this. So for me it just came out. I don't know if I just had it too tight or what happened, but this thing actually had unscrewed. So then the heater was loose. But all the heater, this thing, it fits up to there. This side has an O-ring and a sandwich is in, and then sometimes you get a leak between the two. So we'll see if that's the case with this thing or not, but find out tomorrow if it fixes the problem. Hi, puppy. How you doing? What's the matter? So I got the truck is in, got my few bits blasted. I got some primer on the running boards. I'm probably still going to continue stripping this door. This one I'm going to feather out. I got to grind down all my box. I just quickly threw a little bit of primer on it. A light coat, but I got to grind this down to get it filled. And then this front part I am just going to sand and paint from there. I'm not going to strip it like I did the other side. So I'm going to just start sanding this and then probably rip out the grinder and see what I can do back there. Yeah. We'll start with this. Some of this I got to grind off because there is some damage in here. That's not terrible, but there's a split underneath, so I got to do that same wire trick like I did on the other side. Anyways, more fun sanding ahead. wasn't a crazy productive day, but I did get this side blasted. I got pretty much the whole hood and the front grille section sanded. There's just some deeper pits that I don't feel like feathering out, so I just give a smooth there and I'll just sand that out. So other than that, I think that's about it for tonight, and we'll see how far I get tomorrow. Well, so I scuffed this part, the upper part all done. I've rattled some paint on it. Kind of got a little bit up here, but I want to wait till it dries because a couple of this was a little spotty, some of the primer, so I want to just give it a little quick scuff. But this side is almost all done. Almost. I think what I'm just going to do on the mirrors, I'm just going to hand paint them. I do notice that this side doesn't have that extension like the driver's side, so I don't know if that affects anything. I don't know much about like these bigger West Coast mirrors. I have a new set of mirrors, so I might just try to mount them so they both look the same. Sit in the same spot. But I'm gonna let that dry. Wait for this to dry a little more. I want to then just scuff this because I'm just worried these little spots are gonna show up when I paint. Not that it matters that much, but I wouldn't mind just giving it a quick scuff, and then I'm gonna try to at least get the front done, or at least the basically this side of the truck will be pretty much all done. So I'll go in, I'm gonna do the grill. I wouldn't mind doing the hood tops and basically that body line up, just get it kind of painted. I don't know why I'm painting it in chunks, but I actually think it's kind of fun. Just because I can do the rattle can, go as I want. If I don't like it, I just sand it and do whatever, or yeah, I don't know. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever rattle canned something, and it's kind of fun. For what the truck is, I just want to drive it and whatever. If this fender happens to crack again, I can blow the paint in and you never know. I don't have to mix any special paint. I just pick up some rattle can and good to go. So that's kind of my thought with the truck, because it's going to get scratched and beat on, and I like the idea of being able to just easily, if I don't like something, I can fix it, blow it in as easy as just grabbing a rattle can from under the seat, and she's good as new. Give her a paint tune-up before I go to a show. But anyway, I'm gonna wait for that to dry. I'm gonna go in the house, have a coffee or something, sit and veg, and come back in a bit. we got some paint on her. Wow. There's a lot of paint on it now. So we got the front cowl section, the grill done, the hood. Yeah, it's pretty mint. Some of you are probably cringing the way I did the window, but all I did is I taped off the important stuff. I used just thinner to clean the glass after. Now I'll just use some glass cleaner and that'll all clean up nice. I use gun wash, but that's just basically a paint thinner. It's more just for cleaning spray guns. I guess it's a cheap version of it. That's what I use anyways. Worked good. I did mask off the one window when I was spraying this bit of the door here. But yeah. I know some folks ask how many cans of paint I've used. I don't actually know. I know doing this hood, the door, well, remember the top of the door wasn't done? That door, this front, grill, hood, sides, and a bit, and I got 2 coats on it, so I took like 3 cans. So is this cheaper than probably painting it? No. Problem is they don't make this mix, so I'm just going with the convenience of it. And I've never rattle canned anything, so I kind of think it's fun. But they don't make this particular color, so I just don't want to get a bad spot and kind of blow something in and then it's like doesn't match. I have this weird blotchiness. This doesn't matter how many times I've been touching it up, you can't tell I did it, so that's kind of a win. And if I mix up some concoction, there is like a way to make the olive drab, but I think I don't know if it's like a forest green paint. If you buy the quarts, you would do 2 quarts to 1 quart red oxide primer or something like that. Like if you did it with the Tremclad or the, I don't know what other, I guess Krylon, it kind of makes this color. But I don't know how close of a match it would be to this can, so. Yeah, again, it's not, I don't know. I wasn't worried. I've just never done one before and I thought this was kind of fun. And like I say, it's easy to touch up. I guess some folks out there, this is what they do. This is how they paint things. I think it's cool. So yeah, we got this whole sides done. Running board's not done. I thought of undercoating them, but I opted out. I don't know why. They usually don't wear terrible, that's the thing. So I don't see it needing a big durability thing on it. If they wear out, it's a little bit there, but they don't usually really rust if somebody's always getting in and out. That's what I find. And if I don't like it, whatever. I can rattle can or I can shoot some, like I was thinking bed liner. That was my idea, but yeah, we'll see. For now, we'll see how durable it is. But yeah, we got this whole side, front, roof. So we pretty much just have, as far as bodywork goes, I still got tons more sanding to do on this. So I'm on the fence whether that was actually more or less work just to sand this out. Because you get all these little pits, so you got to fan them out. Or I should have just sandblasted it. I mean, I did run out of sand, so I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyways, but did that, got that all fanned out. So basically I got to grind the box out and stuff, but I needed a bit of break from bodywork things, so that's why I just rattle canned the top of the truck here. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So, yeah. I guess next steps is, more bodywork. Not too pumped about it, but got to keep chooching through. I want to get that part done, and then I can start finishing up my stacks, I guess. That would be the reasoning for it. Yeah, so with that said, I think that's where I'm going to leave this one. So, for now, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.